Hello and welcome to the Adding New Data Store screencast. In this screencast, we will walk through the process of adding new storage for storing images and running the virtual machines. Additionally, we will verify the setup by running the VMs leveraging the newly added shared storage. The default directory for data stores is var-lib1 datastores. OpenNebula operates with three data store types: system, images, and files. The system data store stores the disk images of the currently running virtual machines, while the images data store stores them at rest. File data store keeps plain text context files that can be added to the contextualization disk and later be accessible from within the virtual machine. Data stores can be local or shared, leveraging various industry standard storage technologies. Default data stores are local unless configured otherwise, meaning that the front-end node is storing images at rest and is going to transfer a clone of the disk image to the hypervisor. Hypervisors in this scenario are running virtual machines from their local storage as well. This is the most simplistic setup, however, it comes with its own limitations. Every data store has a unique ID number. These IDs are incremental. The default data stores have the following IDs: 0 for the system data store, 1 for the image data store, and 2 for the files data store. All new data stores created by the OpenNebula administrator are going to have the ID starting from 100 and up. This is important to keep in mind when attaching the network storage. In the scope of this demonstration, we are going to leverage the NFS protocol to mount the shared storage across the environment. This setup assumes that storage is going to be mounted on every node in the environment, including the front-end node. The mount points are going to be preserved by placing the respective records in the etc. fstab file. Before adding the data store using the Sunstone Web UI, I'm going to create the respective fstab entries on the front-end and the hypervisor nodes. In the scope of this demonstration, the shared storage is going to be attached using the NFS protocol. Note that the additional software may be needed to support your storage type. Since the system data store is going to be added first and the installation of this OpenNebula environment is fresh, the first data store must be mounted to the directory with the name 100. That is the ID of the future shared system data store, while second one goes to the directory named 101. That is the ID of the future shared image data store. I'm going to reboot all my servers to verify that NFS storage is getting mounted automatically on boot. Data stores are managed under the Storage Data Stores tab. Press the Create button to add a new data store. Set the type to System and give it a name. I'm going to name it System-NFS. Select the driver that corresponds to the storage technology you are going to use. In this case, File System Shared. There are various tuning options that you may apply should you need to. For more information on these options, please refer to the official OpenNebula documentation. I'm going to keep all settings on their respective defaults. Press the Create button once again to add another data store, this time of the type Images. Name this data store and set the correct driver type. You may define the compatible system data stores for this one. I'm going to set the shared system data store as the only compatible. However, you can use the hybrid approach with local system storage and shared image storage. Proceed to save the changes and make sure that the Sunstone Web UI can show the size of the data stores correctly. If the size is not visible or the size is wrong, perform the troubleshooting first before proceeding to the verification. In this case, the storage is monitored correctly and we can proceed to the verification step. In order to verify, I'm going to launch a batch of virtual machines and leverage the shared system storage to run these. Because the environment is fresh, there is no virtual machine template or disk image yet, thus it must be downloaded first. Navigate to Storage, Apps tab and search for any popular Linux operating system flavor. For this demonstration, I'm going to proceed with OpenSUSE 15. Press the import button and make sure to store it on the shared image data store. Once an image is in the ready state, navigate to Instances, VMs tab, press the Create button, select the virtual machine template to perform the test with. In order to keep the naming pretty, I'm going to set the custom name, as well as I'm going to change the number of instances from 1 to 4 to make a batch deployment of 4 samely configured virtual machines. Because the storage is shared, there is no need to transfer disk images across the network, and VMs can get up and running much quicker. By running the ls command inside the var-lib1 datastores 100 directory, I can see 4 subdirectories with the IDs that correspond to unique IDs of the virtual machines. Let's switch to the host command line and run the ls command inside each subdirectory. This confirms that the disk images and the virtual machine configuration files are located on the shared data store. And this concludes the screencast where we were showing how to configure 2 shared data stores and verify that the shared data store can be leveraged to run virtual machines by instantiating the OpenSUSE 15 virtual machine template. Thank you for watching and see you in the next screencast.